Hey everyone, Arthur Fantastic here, and welcome to Arthur Fantastic's Ignorant Picks, Episode 2! Yeah, alright. So we're back at it again, on our way to the top 300 overall winners in KC Token. Today we're talking about Karate Combat Kickback 2, which will be taking place in Cancun, Mexico. Quick aside, I was at Kickback 1, invited by Karate Combat after winning the Las Vegas giveaway, and it was absolutely awesome. It was themed as Asim's mom's house kickback, Asim being the president of Karate Combat currently. And total VIP treatment for everyone that came, free cigars, catered, open bar. Food was free, obviously, too. And it was just a nice location, nice to be in Miami. Karate Combat is, for those who don't know, the world's first premier fighting league governed and gamified by token. That is right here on our screen. Karate token. Boom. So it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be pretty awesome to see how they pull it out there in Cancun. I think the theme is going to be like spring break or something like that. We've got the heavyweight title on the line. We're going to talk about all that momentarily. But first, we're going to talk, speaking of governments, about the recent kickback governance. So the recent governance, Kick 6, which just went through, is actually allowing these bottom three matches here to be used in up-only gaming. So we're going to start from the bottom and go to the top of the card. So a little less ignorant this time. Once again, we're starting with the bottom three here. Whoop, oh my gosh. I can't believe that just happened. If I press back. Oh no! Back to the bottom. If I can get my brush out. There we go. These matches are all the Pit Submission Series, as highlighted in some of the profiles for some reason. We're going to start at the bottom here, and it's going to start with Ethan Krellenstein and Troy Worthen. Now, what's cool about the Pit Submission Series is that originally we had a couple of high-profile matches that actually got a lot of play, specifically Craig Jones and Meow. In the first one, which I believe was at Kickback 1, there was a couple of matches. I think Wagner Roca, the absolute young teen star coming out of New Wave, I forget her name, Helena Cravar, if I'm saying that correctly. I hope so. So there's been some absolute high-level jiu-jitsu at these matches that we've been holding, but there has been no up gaming. So once again, up gaming, hashtag up gaming, up only gaming, is you get to play with your tokens, and if you pick the wrong pick, you don't lose tokens, but if you pick the right pick, you gain tokens. So you never lose. It's only up, and these are transferable into real money. So I think I've given pretty much the rundown here, what's going on. Speaking of Pit Submission and the Pit, before we go into the actual picks and everything like that, I recently saw, I forget who it was. It's a Latin American country. They're in their, it was like, seemed like military fatigues or some type of military garb and their boots. And they were going at it in some type of like sport jiu-jitsu, and they're doing it in the dirt. But the edges of the mat were like 45-degree padded walls. So it was kind of like a more shallow pit. I thought that was interesting. And it also made me think of like combat jiu-jitsu. I didn't see them throwing hands, but in combat jiu-jitsu, you can throw hands. So it's like basically jiu-jitsu with open hand strikes, palm strikes. People get knocked out by it. Here, in fact, let me give you just for those who don't know about it, who are here, fans of martial arts. Let's go watch a quick clip. All right, here we go. This is from that jiu-jitsu guy on YouTube. Obviously, this is not full screen, so but here we go. So it makes it way more like, yeah, obviously win by strikes. You can't just. So this is basically invented and run by jiu-jitsu legend Eddie Bravo. He used to run, if I'm not mistaken, he used to run some of the analyzing behind UFC in like the truck, like getting like the replays and stuff. But what he's known for, other than beating Hoyler in 80cc at a time where Hoyler was unbeatable. So like Hoyler was like my hero as a young jiu-jitsu player who was a lighter jiu-jitsu player, like wrestler and grappler all overall. And Eddie Bravo beat him, and it was pretty crazy. In terms of jiu-jitsu history, you know, going back, seeing that he's the runner of 10th Planet, if you know the 10th Planet gyms, and he also is just a hilarious guy. He's been on Joe Rogan many times. Rubber Guard, Lockdown, all of these dogfight kind of really pioneered. You know, not like invented. None of these moves are invented by anyone. Like, people have been doing this for millennia, but he is the one that made these positions into a systematic way, and looked at it in a way that not a lot of people do. And no one was playing half guard like that, and with the lockdown, no one was seeing that dog fight position. Anyway, before I just keep going on and on, all of that to say, I know that Karate Combat and Asim is working with UFC talent. You know, and you know, if this happens, holler at your boy. I don't know, they might be already thinking this, but if they haven't and this is the first time, holler at your boy Arthur Fantastic here. You know, link up with Eddie Bravo, do some of these combat jiu-jitsu matches, kind of like an in-between between the pit submission and the normal fights. Because the last couple times that they had matchups, it's always against like an MMA guy, and you'll see that's basically what's going on here too. An MMA guy versus like an elite sports jiu-jitsu player, or grappler, as I'll say from here forward, because jiu-jitsu player sounds strange to me. I don't know, it's coming out of my mouth weird. So, why not allow strikes? You know what I mean? It appeals a little bit more to karate. I mean, open hand strikes, palm strikes are a part of numerous karate systems, from Okinawa to mainland Japan karate, as well Kyokushin. Like, there are palm strikes involved. So, and sometimes they are safer on your hands, as well as slaps. You know what I mean? So these are just, it's an interesting take. Strikes on the ground. It's a little bit more exciting to some of the, you know, not understanding grappling, and it'll help them also appreciate grappling a little bit more too. So, and it will be a nice segue into the main card. So, maybe like a two. I'm just throwing ideas out here, but I'm just a fucking ignorant fuck. I don't have no idea what I'm. Anyway, going here to Ethan Krellenston, okay, associated with the B team, and you will find well, all right. Well, there's nothing really on the Karate Combat app on the grappler, so we're gonna have to reach out into the Google. So in the Google, Ethan Krellison is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt born from Montreal, Canada. He is known as a no-gi competitor. He's a veteran of ADCC, WNO, Kasai, Jits King, Polaris, and more. He's 29 years old. What's his? Do we have a topology on him? He's associated with the B team. What is his weight? What is his weight? Age and weight, I guess. Here we go. So here we go. BJJ Heroes. Let's give us a help. Thank you. So we've got BJJ Heroes. They're all right. Okay, 45. All right. Whoops. His record is 45 wins, 16 losses. He's going against top tier. He's considered an elite competitor. Did I miss his weight? Did anyone see that? Did I miss that? Yes. There we go. His weight is right there, 154.5, so 155. That's lightweight division. Now let's go look at his opponent. His opponent is Troy Worthen. He's an MMA fighter coming out of Carlson Gracie Lakeland. So he's actually fighting out of Lakeland, Florida, here in my home state of Florida. He's 7-3. I think he's coming off a loss. He's coming off of 3 back-to-back losses, unfortunately. He fights in one, so he's not a scrub. He's had some success in one, so he's not fighting in like a scrub league or anything like that. So he's 3-3 in one. They call him Pretty Boy. He went to UCF. All that being said, his foundational style is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So it seems. So Tapology themselves are putting him down as his style is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So this could be a pretty good match. His weight that he is fighting at is featherweight, but his last match that we see here is 2022. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that's the last time he's had any competition. Let's see. Any grappling matches? None on his Tapology, but Tapology isn't like super up to date all the time. We're just using this to make like an ignorant pick. Now that we've got a little background on the fighters, we know a little bit about what their competition background looks like. I'm going to give it to Ethan. I know of him. I've seen his tutorials, instructionals rather. Smart guy. Whole team over there, B team, very competitive, top tier team. Everybody there is elite. They're absolutely dominating most of their competition. There's a loss here and there, but overall, it's wins. He's from the same team as Craig Jones. That whole fucking team are monsters. That's the best way I could put on it. And just remember, guys, hey, there's people are like, the ratio, this, that, the other thing. Listen, I know that sometimes that I could take all of my token and put it on a close bout or put it on a fucking underdog that I think that's going to win. And, probably win more token that way. But it's also a reminder that the token that are placed on each of these fighters, they get a portion of this. You know what I mean? So this is also about supporting the fighters. I support Ethan. I like, thank you for the instructionals that I may have watched for free through a friend. So on to the next one. Gregor Gracie versus JC Sosa. Okay. I'm not sure. I don't want to butcher his name. Cavalcante. But Gracie should give you a good reason why everybody's voting for him. Once again, I don't believe that they have much to hear on the actual site yet of the fighters in the pit submission series. Yeah, they don't really. They got 188. JC, we don't have a weight class for, so we'll have to do some googling. All right, here we are. Giseus Cavalcante. That's the only time I'm going to try to say his name. From now on, I'll say Cavalcante or GC. Is a Brazilian professional mixed martial artist currently competing in the lightweight division. He was the 2006 and 2007 K1 Hero middleweight champion, and he has also fought for Strikeforce, Dream, Shuto, World Series of Fighting, and Cage Rage. Cavalcante also participated in Dynamite USA event, so that's worth noting, I guess. He is training out of Deersfield Beach, Florida. So once again, a Florida boy. So it must be just a quick hop over to Mexico. He was from Brazil. His style is BJJ, kickboxing, and luta libre. He has a black belt in luta libre and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Oh, let me get that middle of the screen so you can see that. Black belt. Boom. Okay, for black belt only proponents, he's a black belt. Luta libre, for a quick factoid, it also sounds like lucha libre, libre, luta libre. It means like basically free fighting, and it's in its genesis. It was inspired by catch wrestling, jiu-jitsu, various forms of boxing, and capoeira even. And there's many lineages, but many of them trace their lineages back to catch wrestling, and is a form of grappling / hybrid MMA that goes back to the early days of BJJ, and was the original, like they were the rival martial arts in Brazil, and even to this day in some places. And it's a more wrestling based style, but he's also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and he is always in great shape. When I've seen him compete in grappling matches before. Let's see if they have a submission grappling record. Here we go. His last match was in 2021, and he won by rear naked choke. Oh, at Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds of all places. Combat Jiu-Jitsu, like I was saying earlier. He lost to Nicky Ryan by inside heel hook. Substars. Let's see here. This by no means is a full grappling career. I doubt. I think. I could be wrong. I was there for this one right here. My coach was also competing that day, Coringa Conway, over at Iron Life. Oops, almost pressed the back button there. Iron Life Athletics. So check that out. They are Iron Life on all social media. Now we'll take a look at Gregor Gracie. Oh no, I'm like dehydrated. I don't know what the hell's going on. Fuck. All right, so he's got a 31 and 21 grappling record, and I assure you, he's always going against top tier um, competitors. You got Craig Jones, Gordon Ryan, Gio Martinez, Pedro Pelhares. I'm not sure who this guy is, but um, he's also beaten Josh Barnett, Marco Sosa, PJ Barsh. Wow. Okay, Amir Allen. So he is. Let's go to, there you go. Gregor Gracie is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under Renzo Gracie. Gregor is not actually a member of the Gracie family by blood. His real name is Gregor Rangel or Rangel. I'm not sure if, and he is the half brother of Holz and Igor Gracie, who are both sons of the legendary Holz Gracie. Wow. Gregor is a former world champion in the lower belt divisions. He has also a successful career in has had a successful career in MMA, mixed martial arts. Gregor has also competed in freestyle wrestling. Oh, that's cool. Once of his more notable wins was over Dal Christian, who is a highly accomplished wrestler. All right, awesome. He's got some instructionals, obviously, too. Obviously, again, I'm giving it to Gregor Gracie. Um, he is just absolute. He's very slick. He's losing to the top tier Craig Jones. You know what I mean? But he's still beating like elite grapplers, or some people might call them journeymen. Some might them call elite journeymen. Some might call them elite. Depending on who they are and where they put people on the scale. He's being PJ Bark. He's being Josh Barnett, who's an absolute beast on the mat. So he's an absolute elite, top level grappler. Um, things like that. Things like that. Oh, did he win or did he lose? That gotta go back now. Yeah, yeah, he beat Josh Barnett. That's a serious win. And I just wanted to highlight that Cavalcante trains at Black Zillion's Performance Institute, according to um, the current Tapology page. Others have him as train him out of Coconut Creek. Let's go and see his Instagram. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. All right. So it seems that he's training at Fight Sports Deerfield Beach. And he's training. And you know what? I think I had seen some videos of him recently, but I had not been used to his hair looking like that. Boom, like that. I was not used to that. So that's what caught me off guard. Looking in great shape. Got this up on the page here. The classic bald look of his. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna give it to Gracie though. Giving it to Gracie. Of course, he's got his own school out in Teaneck in New York. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think he's got it. I think he's got it. Next match, we got Jillian Robertson and Montana De La Rosa. All right, we got Jillian Robertson. Uh, she's got the red hair. This is her. She just had a fight over in the UFC and beat Poliana Viana, the chick with the pain tattoo over her boobs. Let's go to Wikipedia. Jillian Robertson, born May 17, 1995, is a Canadian mixed martial artist. She currently competes in the strawweight division in the UFC as of January 23, 2024. She is the ranked number 15 in the UFC's women's strawweight rankings. All right, so she's 15. She's ranked number 15. She's a strawweight. She just beat top tier. She is, I believe, the most. She has the most submissions in women's flyweight, if I'm not mistaken. Um, that puts her at 115, but it says here that she also fights in strawweight. I'm not sure. Um, but she's ranked in the flyweights. She is formerly American Top Team, and she's fighting out of the Goat Shed, which is the president's gym. And let's see here. Her professional grappling career. Oh, I mean, let's look at the record. She is 2-4. She beat Rose Namajunas. Wow. Okay, so she's got some credentials here. Oh, she's 4-4 rather, not 2-4. What the heck is going on? Okay. We've got. Oh, and you know what? Real quick, Jillian Robertson. Her next match is going to be against the Karate Hottie, Michelle Watterson. If anybody's familiar with her, so I know karate fans are watching this. Their bout is going to be at UFC 302, according to Jillian Robertson's Instagram. Okay. Montana De La Rosa. She's an American mixed martial artist. She fights in the strawweight category, so she is going to be a little bit larger, at least theoretically, because I don't know what's going on with the Wikipedia. It says now she's fighting in the strawweight, but she's ranked in the flyweights. She just beat Poliana Viana, who I thought was a flyweight. Let's go to Montana De La Rosa's Tapology. I don't know why I picked that one, but that's the one I'm picking. Genesis BJJ. I don't know why I picked that one. Why did I pick that one? Let's go to Wikipedia. That seems to be more up to date anyway. Montana De La Rosa, Nee Stewart. I don't know why that's in the back in parentheses. Is an American mixed martial artist. She currently competes in the flyweight division in the UFC. Man, okay, so the information's always, from what I understand, she is strawweight 125. See right there, 125. But here it says she's in the flyweight, which is, if you click it, 115. Oh wait, what? No wait. Am I thinking of shoot though? What? Okay. That's flyweight, and then strawweight is 115. So they're both strawweight. She's flyweight. I'm all confused. Wikipedia is fucking me up. I'm way too ignorant for this right now. She's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She also does some wrestling on the side. I'm pretty sure Team Takedown, or was it Team Elevation? I think those are wrestling. She has some kind of wrestling credentials, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, yeah. She's All-American 3 times in high school. So she's got some wrestling credentials. Strawweight is 125, right? No, strawweight's 115. And she's in the flyweight. And they're both ranked in the flyweight. Okay, so this is interesting. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm getting this right, but if they're in the same division in the UFC, this could be an interesting bout for matchmaking in the future in the UFC. So that might make this match a little bit more interesting. Let's go back to the app. So this one, I'm actually going to go with the underdog, Montana De La Rosa. I'm being kind of ignorant here. It seems like Montana's going to be bigger. But Jillian obviously cuts down. She might be fighting at 125 as a more natural weight. Who knows? She's got a lot of submission wins back to back to back in MMA. So, and if I'm not mistaken, once again, I heard Dana White saying that she had the most in one of the divisions in that in women's MMA history in that division of UFC. So in UFC, that women's division, not sure which one it was. This is Arthur Fantastic's ignorant picks. I'm fucking not. I'm already spent too much time. So I'm putting on Montana De La Rosa. I think she's gonna take it. Um, and though she is a brown belt, I'm not sure what Jillian Robertson is. I'm not. Dang, I'm not gonna go anymore and look anymore. I'm putting 4,000 on this. Um, I just have this feeling. Chalk it up to that, guys. This I'm not fucking. I can't explain it more than that. All right, so I'm gonna clip this part right now, and then the rest of the card is going to be a little bit faster because you've got the actual matches, or rather, their information in the app. You see, I'm gonna click that, and then they're gonna have a record. We're gonna see their fight history. We're gonna see their weight, etc., where they're from, their flag, and it's gonna be way easier than having to do all that. Like, fucking, I'm way too ignorant for this fucking bullshit. And Gregor Gracie, Ethan Krethelthun, Ethan Krellinston. I'm kind of just I'm going off feeling here. I think that they're gonna take it. Odds makers seem they have to have it, but I'm going against the odds makers with the women's match. Truth be told, okay, I think they're both pretty cute, good looking women. I think they're both pretty cute. But I think I'd go with Montana if I have to go approach them. I think I might go with them, but that's based on these pictures. Who knows? Maybe in person, Jillian might have like a more bubbly personality that I'm more attracted to. Either way, I doubt that they fucking care because they're probably in relationships because MMA chicks usually are. Okay, that's how they got into MMA. So that all being said, thank you for watching this first portion. I'll end with this. I think that as time goes on, the pit submission grappling portion is going to gain more steam as more people hear about it and find out that they can up game about it. I think there's going to be interest because now there's up gaming involved. And I think that just the sport of jiu-jitsu in general is there is interest there, but there is some missing pieces for making it exciting. We'll see what happens with these pit submission events tomorrow. Anything else worth noting? No. I think my prediction for the future is that these matches will get more play and interest now that upgaming is involved. And so expect to see that in the future. All right, we'll see you in the next part.